Namaste Yogis, and welcome to this special Abhyasa on the banks of the Ganga. Let's bring our awareness to our Sankalpa. It's very important when you want to transform any aspect of life to know where you want to go. So visualize and verbalize your resolution to yourself 3 times. Let's seek out the grace so that we can accomplish. We begin with Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Now, instructions on yoga. Atha yoganushasanam yogaschitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the stilling of the mind. Inhale, stretch wide open. Let's start to open out the body. Let the spine come alive, shoulders. And we begin with BHASTRIKA pranayama. So first 10 exhalations on each nostril. Hundred times in BHASTRIKA, or as many as you can manage. Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale with a guttural sound through the throat. As you inhale, internally chanting so, and as you exhale, hum. This is going to be the breathing throughout the Abhyasa, starting to stretch the neck while breathing like that. Shoulders, tricep, shoulder, wrists, starting to stretch the spine, Marcharyasana, cat. Coming up for Agnisar Kriya or Noli Kriya. Moving the stomach in and out or side to side. This trains the digestive fire, which is a prerequisite for yoga sadhana. Indandod, loosening out the limbs. And we're going to begin with PAVANAMUKTASANA, stretches. So first, Tadasana. There are 4 elements in every asana to remember. 1 is the posture. 2 is the drishti, where the eye is fixed, that doesn't move. 3 is the breathing. So Ujjayi pranayama and contracting the pelvic floor in the bandha. And the 4 is the soham. PAVANAMUKTASANA means releasing the air in the joints. So we give the joints movement. And we want a lateral flexion, side stretch. Giving the spine its natural movements. You want a back extension, so contract the glute and thigh to support your back bend. You want a forward fold, contract the thigh so that the antagonist, the hamstring, stretches. Contract the core so the lower back stretches. Let's start to twist open the spine. And the other side. Let's start to do an inner thigh stretch. And we're getting ready for Surya Namaskar. Stretch the knee, thigh. Let's do 5 minutes of Surya Namaskar. So coming to the front of your mat. Together we chant Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Inhale, chanting So. Exhale, hum. Inhale, So. Exhale, hum. Inhale, So. Exhale, hum. So. Hum. Just getting the movement in the joints, getting the fluidity of the motion. We're still not stretching the muscles because we're not warmed up. Every round of Surya Namaskar has 4 breaths. Now that we've done a minute, you can continue with 4 breaths, or you can work with me and cut it to 2 breaths. Inhale, keep the breath inside, start to exhale. Drop. Inhale, keep the breath in, start to exhale. Like that, you're more fluid. Inhale, keep it in, start to exhale. Now dip, Chaturanga. Inhale. Chaturanga, Urdhvamukh, Parvat, Ashwasanchalan, Padhast. Hasta Uttan, Padhast, Ashwasanchalan, Santolan, Chaturanga, Urdhvamukh, Parvat, Ashwasanchalan, Padhast. Keep going. 2 more minutes of movement. If you find Chaturanga difficult, you can stay with knee, chest, chin down. Ashtanga Namaskar. The idea is to energize the system. This is not a cardio exercise. You cannot replace it with running. This works on all the internal glands, organs. So prana flows the way it should. According to legend, Surya Namaskar was created by Lord Hanuman, his way of offering gratitude, thanks to his teacher, the sun god. Coming into PARIVRTTA. Take a breather here. Start to work with me now. Inhale, take the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Opening up the hip. Take the right leg to the floor. Stretch open. Opening your back. Now bring the right leg up again, but take it between the left hand and left leg. Opening the back and shoulder. And finally, bring the right leg between the palms. Drop the left and right elbows down. Push the hips back, stretch. Drop the left knee. Anjaneyasana, opening the hip. Parvat. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip so kneecap faces the sky. Open up the hip and shoulder. Take the left leg between right hand and foot. So beautiful variations just to get your flexibility. Left leg between the palms. Drop your elbows. Drop the right knee. Anjaneyasana. And come to Padahast. Now, see to it that you're getting a nice stretch in Padahastasana. Inhale and up. Tadasana. Take a breather. Yogis, let's begin with some asanas. So come into Ashwa Sanchalan. Dig the right leg into the ground. Stretch your arms up. Start to strengthen the right thigh. And now come to Virabhadra 2. Both the feet are very firm. Looking over the right middle finger. Soham breathing. We've chosen those asanas that will allow you to breathe deeply. More prana, more energy through the day. More clarity in life. From there, come down. Once I twist the body, it's called PARIVRTTA, rotated. PARSVAKONASANA, side angle stretch. Very good for my digestion. Puts beneficial pressure on my liver, kidneys, and so on. If you can bind your hands. Or stay in a Namaste. Breathing in and out. Every posture is for 1 minute. See that you're not a dead weight and you're pushing the floor with your legs. Take the hip a little higher. Most of the work in yoga asana comes through you, defying gravity. Now bring the left leg in the front. First, start to press the leg in till the hamstring engages here. All the toes are active, drawing energy. Padabandh. Take the hands up. And here. So your ability to draw up energy from the earth, your interaction with the earth element is very important. It's not just muscular. Yeah. If there was no gravity, I wouldn't be able to hold this pose. So me defying gravity strengthens my muscles. So we say long and strong. So the muscles have to be long and strong. So it creates a wiry frame that gives you a lot of strength. And twist. PARIVRTTA. PARSVAKONASANA. And holding, breathing. Beautiful. From here, come back to be able to do Utkatasana. So go lower. Your ability to again defy gravity and not drop down will strengthen your thigh, hamstring and glute, as well as your back muscles. Beautiful. Once again, Padahast. Now just hold the toes, Padangushtan, and strengthen, lengthen the spine. We need that for the next posture. So just straighten up. Look at a point, fix your gaze. Grip the earth with the right leg. And now, Uttita Padangushtan. Similarly, breathing Soham. Now move out to the side. Beautiful for the hips to open. Great balance pose. And similarly, with the same leg, going into dancing Natraj. Moving and opening up the hips slightly differently now. Stretch the thigh at the back. Beautiful. Tadasana. Thighs engage, glute engages, lower back core engages. Breathing through the spine. Fix your gaze. Uttita Padangushtan. And moving to the side. They're some of the most beautiful, elegant, challenging balance poses. And going back. Stretch the thigh at the back. And back. Tadasana. Let's start to now strengthen the back muscles. So come down, simple Bhujangasana. Strengthen the lower back, glute muscles, stretch the toes. Shalabhasana. You're getting a strengthening of the lower back, and now take the hands underneath the torso. Shalabh. Now that we've strengthened, let's start to stretch the lower back. Dhanurasana. Stretch the thigh, contract the glute. And with that, USHTRASANA. Opening the chest, pushing up the shoulder blades. Contract the thigh, glute. Sharnagat mudra, just stretch the spine. Setubandhasana, bridge, and from there we'll go to Chakrasana. So first, Setubandh. Contract the thigh, the glute. Chakrasana, again you have to contract the thigh and glute. That is the synergist muscle for the back bend. Engage thigh, glute. And come back down. PAVANAMUKTASANA, just relaxing the lower back. Moving into NAUKASANA. So now push out with the balls of the feet. So your core engages and you feel that the legs are pushing into the hips. See to it that the energy in each of the fingers, toes, it's all balanced. So you cannot do yoga and have your hands limp. You cannot think that my core is working and my toes can do whatever they want. The whole body has to be energized. Prana in every part. Go as low as you can without touching the shoulder blades. Activate your body. If you can be calm here, you don't need to be taught to be calm in meditation. But if you're being stressed here, that means your nervous system is not equipped to be calm under pressure. Anybody come to Kati NAUKASANA? Anybody can be calm on a holiday, but to be calm under pressure is what you're training. So for that, the nervous system has to go through the stress, and yet you have to be calm through breath. So in yogic terms, other side, being calm doesn't mean being lacking in life. It means having the capability to go through all the challenges of life with grace. Beautiful external oblique exercise. And beautiful balance pose, Ubhaya Padangushtan. Upavistha Konasana. And we move into Chaturanga Dandasana, the most beautiful core upper body strengthener. Grip the mat as if you're pulling the mat back towards you. Push your heels back, lengthen your spine. This is an isostatic exercise. In isometric, you'll go up and down in push-ups, but when you have the strength, you just hold. Come up to SANTOLANASANA, like a plank. Push the heels back, push the head forward. Now bring the kneecaps towards your hips. Engage the glute and the thighs. Once again in Chaturanga, lengthen and into SAMPATTASANA, this lower plank. Engage now. See to it that the lower back curvature is not too much. Push the heels back, contract the glutes, pull the kneecaps up. Soham breathing. Now just walk up so that your entire weight is on the shoulders. Come out of it. BAKASANA. So grip, get a nice grip of the surface. Bring your knees to lock against your shoulders. And we come up. Soham breathing. And now we move on towards Shirshasana. So getting a flat ground. See to it that your hands, the entire work is happening in the forearms. So your elbows have to be very active. Crown of the head on the floor. Engage the inner thighs, glute, balls of the feet. Coming back. One of the beautiful things of doing yoga in nature is to be able to see the sky, mountains, sometimes through these inverted postures. And we move on to SARVANGASANA, shoulder stand. So if you have a small cushion, you place it under your shoulders so that the head is on the floor. And the cushion can be under your shoulder. Bring your hands. First, interlock your hands, stretch up with your legs. Then hold your shoulder blades. Contract the inner thigh. In our Abhyasa practice, half is sun work, energizing, half relaxing, moon work, Hatha Yoga balance. So from the 31st minute, from Shirshasana, we've started to get into the relaxed, meditative space. Sarvanga is a very important asana. So we hold it for 2 minutes. Huge impact on our immune system. Halasana. Contract the thighs so the hamstring stretches. If your legs are not touching the floor, keep holding your hips. And you can even keep a small step or brick to touch. Coming out, a simple counter pose is MATSYASANA. So you're here. And let's start to open out the hips with forward folds. It's Agni Stambhana Asana. See that your calf is perpendicular, both the legs, calves perpendicular to the thigh. Hips engage, drop down. Now don't try and touch your head to your legs. You look forward, you stretch forwards. Use your fingers, elbows to the floor. So as you've noticed, the first 30 minutes was all active work. Now it's all, so that was her, hakaram, her, the sun. This is the moon, so yang. Now this is yin. That is the hatha balance. The other side. Stretch, lengthen your spine. And change. Let's take up a twist. Take Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring your left leg underneath, bent, right across. Left hand locks the knee, comes in here and turn back. Named after Matsyendranath, the founder of the Nath clan of Swamis and the person who revived Hatha Yoga about 800-900 years ago. Legendary yogi. The other side. Because it's putting a beneficial pressure on our pancreas, this is the most important asana in diabetes management. And even if you don't have diabetes, there's so much hidden sugar in our foods today. This becomes mandatory daily practice. Too many people are suffering from high sugar levels, high BP levels at a young age. It shouldn't be the case. Simple set of well-chosen asanas will take care of all of that. For the next 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes of asana practice, choose any asana or asanas that you want to do. Either one or two, and change that every day. Those of you who want to work with me, let's do Janu Shirshasana, but PARIVRTTA. Bring the left leg here. Now first, just stretch the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Beautiful stretch. I've chosen this because it opens up the lungs for breathing better. And then interlock your hands. Looking up. And the other side. Left leg in the front, right's bent. Janu Shish, knee, head, and Parivrtta, rotated. So first, right hand grips the outside of the left toe. And then interlock your hands around the leg. Beautiful. That completes our asana routine. Just do this, open the spine, and let's drop down into Shavasana. Just relax your spine. Let's take 7 slow deep breaths. Exhale out all the tension, worry from head to toe out. Let's inhale fresh prana, toes to head. The last breath. Beginning to stretch your fingers, stretch the toes, elongate spine, turn to one side and come up to sit. Now that you're seated, let's take up either Siddhasana, so that's one heel in the pelvic genital space and the other leg here, or take up Swastikasana, the toes in the crook of this knee, toes in the crook of this knee. Either of those two postures. Our fundamental focus is to ensure that our breathing is slow, so we are able to do 3 breaths in a minute. Fingers in Jnana Mudra, eyes Shambhavi Mudra closed, tongue up, Kechri. Inhale internally, so. Hold the breath. Exhale, hum. And again, inhale, so. See to it that you're doing 3 breaths per minute. Exhale, hum. Inhale, awareness from the base of the spine, through the spine to the eyebrow center. Exhale, awareness down the spine to the base. So that's a small kriya we've set up. Inhale, the white light of prana moving up through the spine to the eyebrow center, Agnya Chakra. Exhale, down back to Mooladhara Chakra. Keep doing this. My tradition is Kriya Yoga, so this is one of the Kriyas that we practice. As you do that, you're chanting Soham. Soham comes from the old Hamsa Upanishad, which predates the Yoga Sutras. The sound inhalation so, sa, and exhalation hum is one of the most ancient ways of working with breath, the sound of breath. In Hatha Yoga, we say, life is what happens between one breath and the other. The person who doesn't breathe fully can never live fully. Three breaths to the minute. Anulom Vilom Pranayama, the right hand in Vishnu Mudra. So the little and ring finger have the same weight as the thumb together. So block the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left, internally so. Close both the nostrils, hold the breath inside for double the inhalation time. We call it Antar Kumbha. Release the thumb, exhale through the right slowly. It should be double the inhalation time. Once all the breath is out, close the nostrils. We call it Bahar Kumbha. Again, open the right, inhale, internally so. Antar Kumbha, hold the breath in. Exhale left, hum. Hold the breath out. Let's try to do one round for a minute. And let's do 4 more rounds of this. This is the most important Hatha Yoga practice. Inhalation so, and the awareness of the white light going up. As you close the nostrils, the focus is on the eyebrow center. Exhale right, hum, and the white light of prana, you visualize it going down the spine back to Muladhara. Inhale right, so. White light of prana to the eyebrow center. Lock. Exhale left. Left nostril represents Ida Nadi or mental energy. Close. Third round, inhale left and do 3 more rounds like this. And the right nostril represents Pingala Nadi, pranic or physical energy. In today's times, most people, because of sedentary jobs, have too much mental energy and too less physical, and that's why depression is on the rise. Things like Anulom Vilom will balance one's mental and physical energies. to the right nostril is called Hakaram and the left Takaram, the Hatha Yoga. The science of balancing both, doing your intellectual work when the left nostril is open and your physical work when the right, you can check throughout the day. You're predominantly breathing from one nostril. That shifts every 90 minutes. That science we call Swara Yoga, the most advanced understanding of how a human being operates. So now you know what is the goal of Hatha Yoga, to balance Ida Pingala. So Shushumna Nadi, what we call as the Kundalini, Shushumna Nadi starts to get active. Last round. That is also why we are seated like this, because it puts a beneficial pressure on the Mooladhara chakra. Slowly coming out of that. Now what we are going to do is Mahaband. So when my left nostril is open, the parasympathetic nervous system, and the right, the sympathetic, when they are both balanced, the entire central nervous system comes alive. One of the things we want to do is Mahaband. We're going to blow out. You've energized the system. You want to retain that energy. Blow. Pull in the pelvic floor. Bring the chin to the chest. Pull in the navel. So prana vayu that releases from the top is locked at the chin. Apana vayu that releases from down is locked by the anal sphincter. And samana vayu is activated. Release. Do that 2 more times. When I can bring my prana down and apana up, as Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita, I create a tremendous amount of energy, combustion, that can also lead to moksha. And the last time, from a purely biological perspective, we are balancing the hormonal secretions through this. Estrogen, testosterone, adrenaline, thyroxine. Now that we are energized, let's just sit in dhyan. We never sit in meditation with low levels of energy. So everything we've done in the last 55, 53 minutes is just to activate ourselves, be energetically inclined to sit still. It's beautiful now with the sun coming out. It allows me to be in a space where I can just ponder upon, who am I? Am I the person listening to these sounds? Am I my senses? Am I the oxygen going in that's now entered my cells, the carbon dioxide going out? Am I just my memories, my likes, my dislikes? Let's stay with that question of who am I? And let's bring our hands into a Namaste. Let's complete our work with 2 Om chants. Breathe in. Bring your awareness to your Sankalpa, remembering your resolve. We usually end by saying Mata Pita Guru Devam, seeking the grace of your mother, father, mentor, and any higher entity. Abhyasa from sweat to spirit in nature. Till we meet the next time. Keep practicing.